Alright, so quick note before we get into the video. If I sound angry during the video, that's because I'm very angry at Minecraft right now. More on that at the end of the video. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthias the Corgi, and this is another episode of An Unforgettable Moment, the series where we talk about situations in gaming that are, well, unforgettable. Minecraft, an unbeatable colossus when it comes to gaming. It's the best-selling game of all time. It's available on every main type of device that you can have access to, and it has an incredible community who are both extremely innovative and kind of scary at times. And it's the game where legends truly never die or fade away. Now, in honor of the Minecraft movie coming out, I wanted to talk about this specific game. The thing is, does it have a specific unforgettable moment? Maybe the Nether update? The Caves update? What about the Combat update or the update that changed the world? PewDiePie playing Minecraft or Vanoss Gaming's Doomsday? Dream's Manhunt or the legend himself, Technoblade? Now, these are all incredible moments, updates, and individuals who have a strong, unforgettable presence in the game's popularity. By no means am I belittling any of them. They are all incredible, and they are all unforgettable. The truth is, the game itself brought all of us together. The game has served as a bridge, and I believe that there are two primary things that should be discussed in this video that are really completely unforgettable. The game's evolution as a whole, and you, the community. Minecraft's lifespan is vast. The game itself has undergone many changes and to this day still receives updates. With each update, new features are added and we scramble to witness them and adapt to them. Everyone has a different way of experiencing these changes. May it be building ideas related to the update, showcases of the update, speedruns, or just casually trying them out. Minecraft itself is still going strong, but we can't forget how it all started back in 2009. Originally starting with player tests and basic concepts, Minecraft used to be very limited in its actions. We're talking about limited enemies, limited worlds, limited blocks, limited lighting, limited everything, basically. For example, it wasn't until Minecraft InfDev, which is short for Infinite Development, which was released back in 2010, that worlds would become infinite. This was a great stride for Minecraft as it now allowed the player to further explore worlds, even if the biomes were very limited. The important thing was that you now had an idea of the size and scale the game was able to reach. But the innovation didn't stop there. Redstone and Nether were introduced to Minecraft in the Alpha update and the Halloween update, which provided new ideas for your playthrough and an entire new dimension to explore. The beta updates brought a lot of the quality of life features to the game, such as beds, powered rails, pistons, and maps, whilst also introducing hunger to be added as one of the main mechanics of the game. These are just a few examples of some of the updates that were at the game's early life. Early life. Let that sink in. In just those 3 years, the game evolved so much whilst keeping its most basic concept alive and well: building an imagination. However, I believe that there are 4 other main updates to speak of. 4 updates that changed the game and added so many things that would change your playstyle completely. The first being the Adventure Update 2 in 2011, which introduced the End Dimension, Hardcore Mode, and Enchanting. The End Dimension was now a 3rd dimension to access, and most importantly, it was the end game. You would fight the game's final boss and witness the end of Minecraft. At the time, it was easy to think, wait, this game has an ending? Since most of our time was spent building and surviving. Enchanting allowed us to further upgrade our equipment and now be stronger than ever. This mechanic became more and more crucial as the game further evolved and the dangers evolved alongside it. And Hardcore Mode. The current bane of my existence, again, details at the end of the video, was a mode that was added in, where once you meet your end, so does that playthrough. This difficulty gave life to a whole subcategory of videos for Minecraft and is enjoyed by seasoned players. The next update to cover is the update that changed the world in 2013. This update added a detail that made the game feel more alive. More biomes. Today, biomes sounds like something small, but back then, the types of areas you would be able to visit were basically tall dirt with trees, sand with water, and tall rock. This update added more areas to explore. Yes, while some of these were just variations or extreme versions of previously existing biomes, others were new, like the savanna and the mesa biomes. Now let's cover a more controversial update. The combat update. Back in 2016, the combat changes were not well received by many, nerfing many aspects on the player's side and encouraging a slower, more strategic method of tackling enemies. This was also something that divided the community because Java and Bedrock editions had different methods of combat, one with the old and the other with the new, thus increasing the gap the community had between both versions. This update also brought on end cities. No longer was the end a void dimension with not much to look at. It was now a void dimension with not much to look at, but you can now stumble across the occasional end city. These cities provided new enemies, the shulkers, but also provided new quality of life items such as the elytras, which you could use to glide around and make exploration or travel much easier, even compared to the minecart or ice trails. Now, Mojang and Microsoft really like making changes to the world of Minecraft, and you can see this with the next update. What the Oh, now you throw it. Now I lost it. Now, Mojang and Microsoft really like making changes to the world of Minecraft, and you can see this with the next update. The Nether update. The dimension that was once a fiery landscape with the occasional fortress was now fleshed out. Different biomes and new enemies were added in. This was crucial since it showed that the Nether was the exact opposite of its overworld counterpart. For example, on the overworld you have a lush green forest with flowing rivers and friendly wildlife. Well, now you have a vibrant red forest with burning rivers of lava and enemies who want to remove your subscription to life. Oh, you found a cute piggy in the forest that wants to be your friend on the overworld? Well, here's a larger hog whose only purpose in life is making sure you fall in the lava, meet your end, or just plain be a nuisance. Aww. The villager likes trading with you and has more trust in you because of your kindness and loyalty? Well, here's a very aggressive and possibly classist being who attacks you on sight unless you are wearing gold or offer gold. And these are just a few examples of the new features added in this update. However, there is one feature that would change endgame and PvP all across the board. Netherite. It was a new tool and armor tier. Diamonds were no longer the creme de la creme of materials. Netherite made sure that if someone messed with you, they wouldn't mess with you again. With this change, players now scrambled to be the first to be covered in netherite on PvP servers, or just make sure to be unstoppable in PvE. Finally, the next major update was the Caves and Cliffs update. Now I'll be honest, this one caught me by surprise, and actually threw a curveball at me when I first experienced it and I was playing with the lads, because it added a whole new ecosystem inside of the caves that you would normally be exploring. Gone were the dark, musty, endless caves, and now you had biomes. Entire biomes down there. Dripstone caves and lush caves, for example. All interconnected, and they were all making sure that you don't dig straight down, or you were going to learn a very valuable life lesson. It took me like a solid 3 days to remember that the diamond level had changed, and I had to actually pack for a long expedition instead of just a hit and run of the nearest ravine I had found. And honestly, those cave sounds were now a lot more terrifying, because now you actually had to be there for a while in order to get the good stuff. Now, these are just some of the major updates to Minecraft, and the ones that I feel, personally, are most important to the game. But let's be honest, you are also a major contributor to the popularity of the game. Your creations, your innovation, it all gave birth to some of the most impressive things we will ever see. Your creativity with game mods was unmatched. Your intelligence to find new ways to use redstones, your thoughts and concepts of new game modes, it all pushed the game to new heights. Incredible mods like RL Croft, What am I, English? Am I British now? Can I have a bottle of water? Incredible mods like RLCraft, JEI, or Just Enough Items, Pixelmon, or the Aether mod were released, which made the quality of life much better, or was just downright a new game. There were also the creations of mods like the Jenny mod, which were a little on the spicier side. Hey man, I don't judge. Have you seen my Monster Hunter World for PC character? Anyways. Thus, ever expanding the library of mods and making sure you never have a stale experience. Game modes were made in the way to add to the game. Bed Wars, Skyblock, One Block Skyblock, Skygrid, The Purge, Tycoons, Manhunts, Battle Royale. Which, let's be honest, Minecraft was the first game to make that mode popular. Yes, I know PUBG and H1Z1 were start-offs, but come on, you can't tell me that Minecraft and Arma 2 had a huge influence, as well as many more that added that extra spice. With these contributions, it gave way for YouTubers to rise. Content creators, who would provide us entertaining videos to watch when we would get back from school, work, or just generally having a stressful/long day. To name a few I would remember watching were, for example, Smosh Games, Zerain Gaming, PewDiePie, Vanoss, Technoblade, and even Markiplier with his drunk Minecraft episodes. Even today, I still watch those challenges for 100 players or 100 days when I'm bored. Now the content has changed, but the community as a whole has not. You still have your farmers, PvPers, builders, survival experts, creative experts, hardcore players, everyone. All in all, the essence remains the same. Yes, it has a toxic part in the community, but what game doesn't? At least the Minecraft community isn't as bad as the League of Legends or the Call of Duty community. In those games, the best thing you can do is just stop playing them. It actually removes a huge weight off your shoulders. Personally, I stopped playing those games, as much as I used to, and it has honestly helped out a lot. Minecraft even makes sure to honor their creators in ways that honestly don't feel forced. And I think that's pretty neat. Endless ways to express creativity. A community that keeps on giving, and a game that just keeps evolving alongside its player base makes Minecraft the #1 game of all time. Love it, hate it, or if you just don't really care, you can't deny that Minecraft itself is an unforgettable moment. Thanks for watching the video. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie myself. I'm planning to take my younger brother and my cousins, which at this point are basically also my younger brother and sister. I'm planning to take them all out to see the movie as soon as I have the time. Now, I haven't seen much in regards to the reviews, so if you've seen it, go ahead and share what you think. I'm not going to nitpick it like I did with the Devil May Cry Netflix series, because I feel that the movie is just plain fun to see. Don't get me wrong, the DMC series from Netflix wasn't all that bad. I just didn't like Lady and their rendition of her. Also, hearing Dante having Nero's voice in the English dub was also something that threw me off. But eventually I got used to it. Now, changing topic. I am very livid with Minecraft right now. I recorded some footage from Minecraft Hardcore to place on this video. Now, I am bad at the game. What would be like a noob, or at least very casual. So I ended up getting unalived many times in multiple worlds. But the thing is, on one of the worlds that I was playing, which you can see the footage in right here, I was actually having a pretty decent start. I had built a house, I had found a mine shaft, I had found a village, I had done a lot of things. I was honestly doing very well. But my father and I had sent our car to get maintenance in the morning. And whilst I was recording, my father told me, hey, it's time to go. We gotta go pick up the car. So as you can see, I saved and I logged out. There were torches everywhere. So there was no way for a mob to spawn in. So I logged out, the game saved, and I went with my dad to pick up the car. When I got back, I logged back in to continue that playthrough. But the game placed me in spectator mode. If something would have ended me, I wouldn't have any problem. Because that happens a lot. No? But the game basically did a huge you to my face and placed me in spectator mode. And guess what? It's hardcore. I can't change back to the hardcore mode or survival mode because it's hardcore on Bedrock. For some reason, Java has a fix for this, Bedrock doesn't. But I was honestly thinking of starting a series of 100 days in hardcore. It was going to be hard because I can barely get past 15 days most of the time, but I was planning on soldiering through it until I got to 100. You know, I think it would be pretty entertaining to watch a complete noob, a complete casual player, get to those 100 points because 100 days, because I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. But if the game's going to do that at any moment, what's the point? If I'm going to be 80 days or 90 days in, and the game is just going to say, oh, you, here's spectator mode, what's the point? I'm going to have to think to see if I'm going to continue that series or I'm just going to say screw it. The only reason I ended up calming down was because I was looking for an avatar to use for this video, but since I'm very angry at Minecraft right now, I didn't want to grab any Minecraft-related skin. And I found these Striker skins, and I like playing Striker in DNF Duel. I really like the Arc Sys games. I've calmed down a bit since it happened, because I was like working for 2 hours to try to get that fixed, and I couldn't find a fix. That didn't involve cheating. But anyways, thank you for hearing me rant about that. I had to get that off my chest. Whew. That was tough. And thank you for watching the video. If you liked the video, you like what we discussed today, go ahead and leave a like. I would really appreciate that. If you also like hearing a corgi say dumb things about video games or rant about video game knowledge that makes them nerd out, don't hesitate to subscribe. I'd also really appreciate that. If you have an unforgettable moment that you'd like to share with us, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But in the meantime, unlike my day, I hope you're having a swell day. Cheers.